Rather oddly, this is possibly the most important lecture of the whole course, even though it's not the first one, and I do that for a reason. It is essential that you take notes. It's essential that you follow the whole course. You don't dip in, dip out, change this, look at that. Don't, I'll just do this, I don't do that. If you want to be successful on Udemy, you've got to do the things that I show, all the things, and do them all properly. I don't mean to badger you. You're all adults, and I'm sure you'd want to do things right, but you need to, and I need to make that point. If you skip bits, or you omit things, or don't do some things properly, then you're not going to be successful. You may even completely fail, because all these things added together represent almost 8 months of experiments, slightly over 8 months now. Testing, failing, succeeding, a combination of those things, and you need to do them all. Let me stress that I'm not going to cover stuff that's available for free from Udemy. They have massive amounts of files, research, videos, goodness knows what else, and if you can't bother to look at how they recommend you do things, then you really shouldn't be doing a Udemy course. And again, I mean that in the nicest, politest way. They give you tons of information, tons of help there. There's even a Facebook lounge once you set up your first group that you can join. And there's, at the time of this recording, nearly 20,000 instructors there will help you, apart from Udemy staff as well. And there's a huge team at instructor support. Instructor support at udemy.com will also help you. But unless you are willing to look at how to set things up, from Udemy, then obviously, you're going to come a cropper. If you look at what I do to be successful and emulate that, you should do quite well as well. But it's a combination. You must do those things. Please, I don't want people emailing me, can you look at my course and tell me, is this niche any good? I have no idea. I don't know your niche. I don't know your capabilities. Similarly, I don't want people emailing and saying, I've got such and such a camera, is that any good? Or can I use this microphone or whatever? This course is about what I do and what I've been successful with. I don't know your setup. I don't know your cameras, phones, how good you are, what you can do, what your skill set is, and so on and so forth. I'm happy to help, but I can't give specific advice on your particular course. If you follow what I say in the course, take the notes, you'll hear me say that time and time again, and follow everything through and put it all into operation on your course, then you have a much, much higher chance of being successful. If you don't do that, if you don't bother to read what Udemy recommends, remember they've got millions of data sets, tons of information from nearly 5 years of business now and tens of thousands of courses, they will help you enormously. This course is about what I do, and I want to share that with you so you can see what I do to be successful and see, frankly, why I'm one of the most successful of the instructors on Udemy. So by all means, contact me if something isn't clear, but make sure you study the full course first so everything follows through. And sorry, in the nicest possible way, I've got 30,000 or more students. I can't look at your individual course and say, rewrite you a headline or a title or make suggestions and whatever. I don't, apart from else, almost certainly know your niche. If you do a program on whatever, I know nothing at all about it. It's going to be very difficult for me to write that and to understand what the benefits are and so on. So in the nicest possible way, here to help, but study the course and, try and get me to try and be sensible about any questions in the nicest possible way. And I always try and answer things very quickly whenever I can. So it's very important that you do that. Remind you that there are no shortcuts, as in all my courses. If you study any of my other Udemy courses, the very first lecture is always, there are no shortcuts. If there were any shortcuts, I'd show you, because I spent enough time learning. Keep coming back to the course, because I'll make announcements and things and discussions and add things in. The course will be updated as I add new things and new ideas. I'm more than happy to do that and keep it updated. I've always done that. Most of my courses now are 3 times the size they were when they launched a few months ago. So I'm happy to keep them up to date, and you need to keep up to date with what's happening. Things change, new information and so on comes out. Some of the stuff that's going into this course I've only learnt this week, and I can happily share that with you. Again, and I keep saying it, take notes, make a list of notes, get those things down, whiz the audio back and forth as you need to, make sure you understand it, and that's the way you're going to be successful on Udemy.